Hey guys, how's it going? Canadian Gear Addict coming at you with another video. This video, as you can see, I have my upper and lower taken apart. It's just showing you how I clean my AR-15 after a normal range visit. If you guys don't know, I do clean my guns after every visit. It's just something I like to do. Is it overkill? Yeah, probably. Do I feel more secure and whatever, shooting them and whatever? Yes and no, I guess. I go, resale value is huge anyway, because these things always look brand new. But anyways, that's besides the point. So what we have today is my Noriko CQA. You guys haven't seen this yet, but it's been on here for like a year, probably more. It's a Vortex Strike Fire, the original one. I really like it. It's great for the money. As you can see, I fired about 100 rounds last night. I was at the range, and as you can see, it's still, hold on, out of frame here, still very slick. This is the Lucas Extreme Duty oil, guys. That's how awesome it is. And trust me when I say there was only like a couple of dabs in there. Yeah. So anyways, what I do is I'll take apart, the bolt and the rod. You guys probably know how to do that already. If not, I apologize. Not really how-to video. Well, it is and it isn't. But anyways, that's easy enough. You guys probably know how to do that. It's going to be quick and dirty. No pun intended. If it's really dirty and I fired a lot of rounds, I have these jag brushes. It'd be nice if I got in the frame. Especially designed for the AR. You see it. This goes in the chamber. This goes down the barrel. It's kind of cool. I don't use a lot of brass jags and stuff. Unless it's really dirty. Have my normal, patches, stuff like that. So I'll grab a patch. And the first thing I do anyway, I put these to the side. This is really lubed up, so I don't really need to clean it. I'm just doing it for the sake of the video here, guys. But I'll go over and lightly go over stuff, and this oil's obviously done its job and then some. It's brought up all the dirt too. I cleaned the bolt face. That looks super clean already. So I mean, that's not a big deal. I'll get in here. Now I will remove the cam and all that, and the firing pin, just to show you how I do it. Sorry, I'm not on frame there, guys. Stuff like that. So anyways, I'll put that to the side for now. The why isn't this coming to me? What is this? The charging handle is I'll wipe that down. Remember, I relube everything anyway before it goes back in, but I like to take any evident dirt off of it, and that's pretty good. By the way, guys, this extended handle, I've gotten some questions about it. It's just a drop-in unit with a roll pin. I got off of eBay. I think it's a UTG. Works pretty good though. I like it. I put in some crazy pressure on this thing and no problem. I like it. Is it as good as a BCM or a Rainier Arms or whatever? I don't know. Probably not. But does it do the job for me? Yup. Anyways, it's pretty slick in here already. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. But it's pretty slick in there already. But I like to go in and, take the majority out anyway. If I can't get in with my fingers, I'll go in with my brush and such. But here, it's not a big deal. I'll go with my fingers. Chamber looks pretty good too. It's only 100 rounds, right, guys? It wasn't anything crazy. The gas tube there looks good. So we'll get back to that in a sec. The lower is real easy. What I do is I'll check to see how bad the hammer, how bad dirty it is, how bad is it in there, and really it's not that bad. So I just give it a quick wipe down, make sure everything there is okay. Here I have it's kind of like a bad lever, guys, but it's made by Tactical Link. I love it. I got it for real cheap. Look, even the Lucas oil is still on the takedown pins. Look at that. This stuff is awesome, and a little goes a long way. So I basically do a wipe down inside of here. If everything is cool, remember, guys, don't let the hammer drop forward. It's not good for it. Everything in here is perfect. So I mean, that's literally all I'll do with the lower. When I only shoot 100 rounds anyway. Now for the upper, you guys probably know what this is. This is a bore snake. I love the bore snake, especially with this short barrel. This is a 14.5 inch barrel. Guys, we don't have SBR laws and stuff in Canada. So you guys always say, oh, Canada sucks and this and that, whatever. Well, we don't have SBR laws. We can go as short as we want as long as the overall length is more than 26. So there you go. There it is out of the end. This is the Jerry Mikulik break, by the way. I love it. I got it from Dylan Precision if you want to check them out. I'm sure you can get them from Midway and stuff. You guys can, but I'll pull it through without trying to hit the tripod. First time's always rough because it's getting out all the gunk and stuff. Plus, this 22 bore snake, for some reason, I don't know why, even in my actual 22s, not 223s, holy crap, it's real tight, which I like. Ladies, I'm kidding. Oh my goodness, hold on, I might have to do this off camera. It's wicked. Oh, it's tight like tiger. Oh, mother, Jesus. Anyways, and then what I like to do after a few passes, now this is just for the sake of the video, I have this cheapy bore light I got off of eBay. And I always like to, you know, obviously stick her in there, give her a little look-see. Wow, that barrel's fantastic. By the way, this is a chrome line barrel, so all you guys knocking the Chinese stuff, knock away. I have yet to have a malfunction with this gun. And it's ran all kinds of ammo, good ammo, bad ammo, my reloads, not bad ammo, but you know what I mean, the cheaper ammo. Anyways, I don't know if you guys saw that, but it came out way easier, the bore snake. And you'll see now how much easier it is the second time, if I don't get it caught around here. There we go. It's just getting rid of all the gunk the first time, you know what I mean? So I'm going to pull it through. Hopefully you guys can see that. If you can't, not a big deal. I'm just pulling a bore snake through, right? There, way easier. See that, guy? Like, I mean, way easier. Still tight, don't get me wrong. But it's way easier, and I love it. And there you go. I'll give that a few passes, usually 2 or 3. Are you only supposed to do 1 pass? I don't know. I like to do a few, just for that kind of peace of mind kind of thing. Anyways, and then I'll put my bore snake away. I'll re-oil that once in a while, but right now it's good. And then what I do, if I can put this damn bore snake back, there we go. So lower's done, the inspection light's good, we can put that back. Yeah, so what I'll do now is I'll put all this stuff to the side and I'll grab my bolt and we'll zoom in here and I'll show you what I do with the bolt. So I have picks and stuff and I'm not very well organized today, sorry guys, but I'll take one of my picks and there's a cotter pin right there. I'm sure you guys know how to take these down already, but this cotter pin right there holds everything together. I pull that out and then I just give it a little bumpy, yeah, sure, on the top. Here's your cam bolt here that retains everything. I basically, there we go, just that to the side like you're supposed to. Pull it out. If you can't get it out like me, because I have no nails, you guys know that already, I just pry it out with my fingers. It's not a big deal, or a pick, a tool, a flathead, whatever. Remember, this is an AR-15, guys. Try not to drop it. Pull the bolt out, and there we go. Now, that's, for me, that's as low as I go. I don't start taking off the gas key and everything, and I'll start wiping stuff down. And if it's really in there, I'll grab one of my toothbrushes and, you know, go over it and stuff like that, and good to go in there. Now, I also have a Leatherman mutt. You guys have probably seen that on my channel. If not, go check it out. But the mutt also has a carbon scraper tool that can remove the carbon, obviously. But you can get down in there and all that stuff, guys. But like I said, I did a thorough cleaning last time. I only put 100 rounds to it. So as for the bolt, I put that aside. Now the firing pin actually gets pretty dirty, as you can see. And I don't like that. I like to clean all that. So I'll grab another patch here. There we go. Just wipe her down. Make sure it looks visually clean. I still feel a little bit of oil on this thing, which is cool. And that's all I'll do there. And as you can see, it's way better. Put that there. It's my old co-worker always messed around with people. Always used to say much gooder. They're like, I'm sorry, what? You just mess with them. But anyways, I'll clean the cam lock down a little bit. There we go. That's good. Now the bolt. Here's what's, you know, important to a degree. Your extractor and stuff, if it's caked. Mine's not, as you can see. It's pretty clean. I'll leave that alone. This is what matters. You make sure these gas rings here are all moving independently and they're okay. You know, those look good. Now here's the carbon bill that I talk about. You see all that carbon on there? That is what, you know, now to most guys that might not be much. To me it bothers me. Do I scrape it every time? Not every time. What I do is sometimes I'll use not a flap wheel, but a wire brush wheel on my Dremel. Kind of looks like the Jag here. And I'll scrape that off with it. Like even if I do it with the Jag here, I'll show you, it actually does a pretty good job. Remember, and I'm only doing this by hand. So I'll do one spot of it here. And on the bolt. And I'll show you what a difference it makes. Remember, this is by hand, this isn't whatever. So this is a non-clean surface right there, right? And that's the one I did with the brush real quick. Look, see the difference? Now you might not be like, oh, that's nothing. Well, obviously nothing because I only did it real quick. But if I was going into a deep cleaning, and I might after this video, I'm just showing you what I do, is I might go in there, like I said, with the wire brush, use a Leatherman mutt. Haven't decided yet. The mutt's right here in front of me, so I mean, I could definitely use it. And I'll clean all that carbon off. And you can really feel it, yeah. So let's say it's clean, it's all good to go. You put your bolt back in. It has to go in the one way with the extractor facing on this side, like so. There we go. I'll put my cam lock back in and turn it. There we go. Firing pin back in. That just drops right in there. And then you want to line up your cotter pin, and usually it lines up quite well. As I say that, watch, it won't go back in. But usually it lines up real well. There we go. And it just slides back in there. Now to put it back in the gun, a lot of new AR-15 owners don't know why this happens, and they're like, what the hell, what the hell? This bolt needs to be extracted in that position to go back in. If extracted, sorry, not retracted. If it's retracted like that, it won't go in. So like that, it will. Now, what I'll do is I'll grab, you know, my favorite stuff lately, the Extreme Gun Oil by Lucas, and I will lube usually the bottom rail here. Now, I mean just a little bit. Like I'm not doing anything. As you can see the part that really rides and wearing away at the metal. You see that shiny stuff? Yeah. So I'll get my fingers and I'll rub it in there like that. Back here as well. Any shiny stuff, guys, you know that's the parts that are actually coming in contact with other machine parts. Other metal parts, sorry. Anyways, and that's basically all I do. Like, I don't cake it. When it goes back in the gun, I'll show you some other points I lube up. But this as well, your charging handle, sorry. I'll put a little on there. And a little goes a long way with this stuff. So I'll lube that up too. I'll grab my lower, and to put it back together, like I said, oh jeez, get in frame. Like I said, it's not really a tutorial video, but let me zoom out for you guys again. I forgot I'm zoomed in. But in order to put it back, oops, brake got caught. You know, you put in your charging handle, and you lift it up, and it'll stay there, or not. There we go. Oops. Sorry guys. It's always a different when it's on camera, right? There we go. Stay there. So you leave it out like that. Make sure your bolt's extracted, as you saw. The keyway goes right in there, the gas key. And when you got it all lined up, sorry to do this on camera, is weird. They'll both go in like that and you're good to go. Now, sometimes the gas key in the bolt carrier group I'll clean out with a pipe cleaner. That's not my idea. I got that off the internet. I actually got it from Hickok 45. He uses it. He uses that to do it, and it works great actually. So now that it's back together, I actually extract it a little bit, and there's rails on here that the bolt carrier group rides on. Oops, I dropped my oil a little bit. A little messy there, not a big deal. And I'll give it just a dab, literally, in there. That's it. And work the bolt a little bit, and it's super smooth, super slick already. Then I give one on this side, just a little dab, nothing crazy. And I mean, once you start firing this thing, it gets everywhere and it's great. You don't want to run these ARs dry, you start to have problems. And basically, I'll put this back together. like that's it. Of course that's in the way. Get out of there. If you guys don't know how it goes back together, you want your front end first. Is that pin out? Yes it is. I don't have to relieve the pins. They're still pretty wet. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this on camera and I'm doing it with my wrong hand. Well, my non-dominant hand. There we go. I hope I'm in frame. Of course I'm not. You'll drive in the front first. There we go. Put in the back. Drive that in. It's in. Let me see. If I'm still on camera, I am. As you can see, we're empty. We'll hold that open. And there you go. It's nice and lubed up in there. Nice and clean. We're good to go. A lot of people say don't dry fire ARs. Guess what? It's a battle rifle. I dry fire it all the time. That's how I clean my AR, guys. Sorry it's a little, you know, confined space. But this is how I do it. And hopefully it helps you out. Thanks for watching. See ya.